everybody out there on YouTube? Back again with another video. I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I wanted to talk about what's been going on with the business and everything being so brand new and everything that I've learned so far since it's been a little over a month now. A few people wouldn't really work with you if you didn't have at least 30 days. Your authority hasn't been active for 30 days. You have the DAT load board, you have 123 load board. I also have direct freight. So those are 3 load boards that I pay for on a monthly basis. Only one that I'm probably going to keep is the DAT board because it has the most freight on there. And also I may keep 123 load board because I talked to them and they gave me a discount after I told them that I wanted to cancel it. Brought the monthly subscription down, to I believe $19.99, and then she also gave me another 3 months free, so I'm gonna keep it. But really and truly, the only thing that the load board is really good for is finding new shippers, finding new customers, because once you put in your carrier package, most of the ones that I'm using have their own load boards. They give you access to their internal load board and you're able to get freight directly from them. Because once you get onto the load boards, right, it's not like you can just get on the load board and then click on one that you see and then just start moving freight for them. Some of them are pretty quick. They get back to you within the same day. Other ones might take 2 or 3 days before you get on board with them in order to pull the freight that they have listed. So if you find a load out there, chances are of you pulling that load that you find that you just found, you won't be able to pull that load anyway. So what you would have to do is go through, sign up with everybody that you want to get signed up with. So just to give you guys an idea of people that you can go ahead and run with, that you don't need 30 days, you don't need anything, you can really just on board with them and you can start pulling freight for them immediately. It's people like C.H. Robinson, TQL, Trinity, Landstar, Uber Freight, and that's pretty much it. Everyone else, you have to have at least 30 days that I work with. So far, my customer list that I have already that I pull loads for is everybody that I have carrier packets in with is C.H. Robinson, TQL, Trinity, Uber, Landstar, Scott Logistics Corp, Transfix, Pepsi Logistics, Best Specialized Logistics, and Coyote Logistics are the ones that I have on board packets with. Because if you don't have an on board, if you haven't on board with them already, then you won't be able to pull their freight anyway until you complete that part of the process. So that's what I've been doing. I've been pulling freight for new customers. Once we crossed over 30 days, we picked up a few more. The DAT load board, let's go to like the first one right here. So on the load board, as you can see, they don't really have the rates posted. So if you scroll through some of them, these are some of the loads that are available that's out there going to where I want to go, and I run within 250, 300 mile radius, and then I come back, right? So these are the loads that are pretty much posted. Some of them are, as you can see, they're 500 miles out. I might do it depending on what the rate looks like, but the rates have been pretty low. How I like to do is I'll start at my rate about 250 a mile, and then I factor in other things that I'm gonna have. I try to get a little extra for fuel, like I try to get a little $50, $75 extra for fuel, and then another $100 on top of that to cover like if I'm gonna factor these loads and stuff like that. So that's the DAT load board. I have 123, I have direct freight. Now, once you get on board and with some of these carriers, you see they have their own app. Like this app right here in the right corner, the carrier app, that's C.H. Robinson. And then this one down here in the right corner, that's Landstar. And then you have Convoy. Dashboard is TQL, as you can see. And then on this side, I have Transfix. And as you can see, I have eCapital. eCapital is who I factor my loads with. Now, a lot of these customers have fast pay, quick pay, right? They're gonna charge you a percentage for you to get your money quick. So maybe 2 to 5%, I've seen it. All in all, I found it easier to have a factoring company set up with all of them. The ones that I do go ahead and get my money directly from is Uber, Best Special Logistics, because they have my direct deposit information and they'll put the money directly into my account, and it takes them anywhere from 3 to 4 days. But with the rest of them, unless you just want to go out giving your banking account information to all these different customers, it's easy for you to just have your bank account information with your factoring company, because the other company is going to charge you a percentage anyway. So it's anywhere, if it's 2%, is it worth you doing all this other extra stuff for just 1% if your factoring company is charging you 3%? So find a factoring company. I use eCapital, but find a factoring company if they don't work for you, that you can get, a low rate with. And the more invoices you factor with them, they actually lower the percentage on it as well. And then that's how you can pretty much have just your factoring company. They have your bank account information, and then they deal with, the customer to get their money from the customer. So that's where I'm at, guys. That's what I've been doing. So basically, you can't just hop out on a load board and just think you can just run any load on there. You have to qualify with the particular customer that have the load posted, and a lot of them want 3 months, 6 months of your authority being active before they even work with you. So a lot of those loads on the load board are going to be ineffective for you. You're not going to be able to run any of those. So I just gave you guys a list of customers that you can run with, if you're brand new, all the way up to 30 days, that's 10 people right there that you can at least run with and get started. So everybody that I run loads with, they all have internal load boards to where you can get your freight directly from them. And once you run a load, you send over to your factoring company the rate confirmation and the delivered bill of lading, and then that's it. I get paid the next day. That's how I got that set up. Fuel card. I do have a fuel card with RTS Carrier Services. Now this fuel card is basically through Fleet One. It's a Fleet One card. You can use it at any station. $2,500 a week limit. When you're at the pump, right? If you had a credit card, you have to go inside. The pumps at the TAs, Loves, Petros, they don't take credit cards right at the pump. You have to have a fleet card. That's where we're at, guys. That's what I've been up to. I just been really, on the load boards and stuff like that, getting new customers that we can run with. So we're up to 10 now. Being that we crossed over the 30-day mark, we have 10 customers that we can run with. I have 10 customers that I can get on to their internal load boards and find loads going from where I'm at to where I want to go and stuff like that. Not to mention, we still have our lease with CPG. So if I wanted to do some port stuff, I can always slap a magnet over my numbers and run in the port, run whatever freight they got, stuff like that. So we have pretty good, decent amount of work to do, and I just been super busy. But just to sum everything all up, guys, when it comes to the load boards and stuff like that, you have to put in a carrier packet or do an onboarding process with everybody on the load board before you can even move freight for them. So all it is using it as a way to find a new customer's name and information, see what their qualifications are, do an onboard and whatever their onboarding process is with them, and then most likely they got an internal load board that you can use and get freight from. So pretty much, I'm going to say I'll be getting rid of all the load boards except for, maybe the DAT load board, so you can continue to find new customers. That's a good way to find customers. And then I also trying to track down some local customers in my area so I can deal directly with the shipper, because believe it or not, when you're dealing with the load board and the customers that we find on the load boards, they're still kind of like the third party or the middleman. They're not direct with the shipper. So we're still dealing with brokers, really. They're still brokers. And that's not, so you don't really find the actual shipper on the load board. So that's all I got for you guys. That's what I've been up to. Thank you guys as always for watching my videos. I appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.